Yo, 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 once again, we are back. This is Wizrd and Messengers podcast. I'm Mo.
I'm Mike.
And, we in here for another day. We're capping off another eventful week. You know, everything going on in media.
Yeah, good. Do work being said. It's going to be our first episode on YouTube.
Shouts out to our YouTube subscribers. We ain't got nothing yet, but y'all on the way. So
they definitely on the way.
Y'all,
I'm looking forward to see all the
welcome
YouTube
to the
commenters,
party, guys.
man.
How y'all doing?
Well, I'm looking forward to the YouTube commenters, man. You know, they be wild reckless, man.
Like you said, I had to make sure I had on Adidas shoes with this Adidas site. I was trying to get killed in the comments whenever people catch on.
Oh shit! Shout out to everybody who subscribed to us on iTunes, SoundCloud. You know, we still gonna be on SoundCloud and iTunes platform. So shout out to y'all, man. So what we gonna get into first, man?
Big Draco, man. Biggest comeback artist of 2018. What you
2018
mean?
or 19?
Might be 2019. I think he got his years messed up, but he definitely we talking about him again. Like, you know, we're not talking about music. So that's the crazy part.
He really sat back when he went on his rant. He really did sat back for 2017 and 18 and didn't say shit. Because I was looking, I was like, damn, like, what the fuck Soulja Boy doing,
but
bro?
You know,
like, he just went on a fucking hiatus.
I used to say it, so I was like, dog, like Soulja Boy is entirely too quiet, bro. Like, where is he? I used to say that shit like sporadically, like he
was posting, but he was just quiet. He didn't say nothing. He didn't get into no confrontations with nobody, like none of that shit.
So did you watch the Breakfast Club interview?
Yes, sir.
You watched the Everyday Struggle interview?
Yes, sir.
What's your thoughts, man?
I mean, he really didn't tell no lies, man.
As far as like the
like his influence,
yeah,
like shit that he started. I'm not mad at him having multiple businesses. Like, I feel like that's been very major. Like, for him to do, like, for him to maintain just, like, off of what they thought was going to be a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, that was 10 years ago. 10 plus
like,
years ago.
When he dropped 07, like, I was like, oh, yeah, he going to have his little Soulja Boy tell him dance, and then that's going to be it. But he maintained, like, he birthed a lot of this shit. I remember having this.
That's facts.
I remember having this argument with one of my homies like a while back, even before he came back like on the media run and shit. Like, dog, like he's a legend in hip hop. Easy.
People don't try to hear that shit when you say it because of Soulja Boy, but if you like really just pay attention to like everything that's happened after he's came, like it's a lot of it's directly influenced from Soulja Boy. Like, and it's obvious. Like, I mean. You don't have to want to give him his roses, but you gotta give him his respect. Like you kind of have to. So I mean, I've been saying that. Like I've said it. Like since he came out now, like a lot of people going back and looking at like old lyrics and seeing artists like bite his lyrics. Like they had Drake biting him on "I'm on One."
That shit came out after though.
For real?
Yeah.
That Lil B song.
Yes.
I mean, the Soulja Boy song came out.
That shit came out like August, July. And I'm on One came out like February. I remember that.
I gotta check that, man. But
you can. They got an article on Billboard about that shit.
Where they will say how Ariana Grande was biting this man, and the writer for a new song.
They even had Beyonce for Lemonade.
Yeah. They were saying how
for Pretty Boy Swag, but he got credit. I think he got credit.
He got credit for that.
He did get credit for that, right?
Yeah.
I thought so, bro. Like I was looking at that shit, like. Dog, I remember him being credited on one of Beyonce's projects. I just couldn't remember what it was.
Didn't she do a remix of this to Hop About the Bed, Turn My Swag On? Didn't she do a remix to that?
I think she did, or she did a choreography dance.
She did a remix to that song, dog.
I think she did rap over that shit. If I'm not, Drew, did she rap over that shit? I'm not. I think she did, bro.
I can't be in another universe. Like I can remember hearing her on that, like her own remix on that song, like.
Yeah. The only thing with Soulja, like, is just like he's very. I understand, like he passionate, but like dog, he do seem like two-way. Like as far as like his energy, like he'll be real calm 1 minute, and then like he'll turn up. Like if you watch the interview, like it was real sporadic, like all over the place.
Right.
Like 1 minute he like he calm, and then like, man, fuck yeah, I'll take on anybody in here type shit. Like nigga do be tripping, bro.
It was funny how he was explaining like all his rap beefs and like how everything cool now, and it's like to see like how, because when everything was going on, I was like, yo, this shit kind of I can't tell. This shit kind of, is it going left? Is this shit really serious? And then like when he showed like the text with him and Takeoff, I was like, oh, all right, I guess I guess shit smooth. Then he said when he ran to Chris Brown, like that nigga didn't do shit to him.
He even broke down that whole fight situation, like when they was supposed to fight.
Yeah.
And he was like, I signed the paperwork and Chris didn't sign the paperwork and that was it. We cool now. I had forgot about that shit too.
I didn't forget about
I don't remember him having a real big blow up with the Migos though.
No, because that was around the same time. Like all that shit with the Karuchi and all that shit with Lil Yachty.
All that shit was at one time.
All that shit was at one time. All of that shit. That's why I was like, yo, what's going on? What's going on with this man?
Do you feel like he's gonna have that song to take over? Like, do you feel like he'll have another song to be as big as Soulja Boy Tell Him?
Nah.
What about Gucci Bandana?
I think
Pretty Boy Swag.
He'll give us another. As far as like commercial success, I don't think he'll have another hit that big, but he always go for a Gucci Bandana or
that's my favorite song from him.
Or Pretty Boy Swag. Soulja Boy got hits, man. Like he got hits, man. He really do.
He definitely got hits for days, bro. Like he could do a whole set. And just like off of like even when like Roscoe Dash came out, yeah. Remember how that whole shit went down with All the Way Turned Up? So he stripped. Oh yeah, he was Travis Porter.
All the Way Turned Up.
He stripped Travis Porter from the song, and then he introduced it as a single with Soulja Boy.
Yeah,
he was the official artist on that song.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a little controversial moment too.
Yup, that was a controversial moment because at the time,
All the Way Turned Up.
Because remember, Roscoe Dash was going by ATL.
Yeah,
and then he changed his name. He changed the whole shit. He even changed like the whole everything on that song, bro, and he put him on there.
I forgot. Soulja Boy got hits, man.
Yeah, and he got a lot of features too. Like even when him and Bow Wow, when they did Marco Polo, that was a huge song.
That's a hit.
Big time hit, bro.
Big Draco's a legend, man. Put respect.
You gonna cop his console? Matter of fact, he did say they didn't expect so many orders, so you probably can't get one now.
That shit back order. I'm not really. I support that hustle, but I'm not copping that shit, man. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not. I mean, just because I don't really play older games like that. It's like a lot of. He said it's a lot of.
My nigga, you just had a post on Twitter a while back when you was giving niggas to work on Smash Brothers.
That's it. Smash Brothers. That's.
He said that's on there.
Smash Brothers on that.
That's what he said. He said it's 80 games on there.
If he can confirm Smash Brothers on there, I might cop. But I mean, shit, you can get an N64 for less than that console. So,
how much is the console going for?
It's like 100. It's like 100 and some change.
Oh yeah, even when Nintendo was doing a package, that shit wasn't that high, wasn't it?
I mean, but the selling point,
I ain't mad at it.
The selling point is it got all them games on it. Like you can't really beat that for $100. Like, you know, you can rock that shit out now. I'm not saying like I wouldn't play it if somebody copped it for me, but I'm not me personally. I just that $100 can go somewhere else first. I'm sorry. I mean, respect to the hustle. Like I don't,
Look, I definitely ain't mad at it, dog. Dog, this nigga squaring up on the phone, man.
Him and Famous Dex, man.
Why Famous Dex lying, first of all?
Hey, man.
Like, we got visual proof and audio proof of you with SOD Money Game, bro. Like,
you got the chain on.
You said
your SOD MG, whatever the shit called, in the video with the chain on.
Dog, like, with his beefs, though, like, he really don't be starting nothing. To be honest with you, like he be having shit to support his arguments.
That's why you really with this like current era, like what's going on right now, like I can't really say he's
like he wrong. Always be coming prepared with shit.
He's prepared, like
with the Famous Dex shit is like Famous Dex really come arguing. He just got to the point where he's just disrespecting him. Oh nigga, you on drugs and stay on cocaine and all type of shit.
He's like, nigga, I put you on. Like, why you bothering me? Like, why you bothering me? Then he said, the funniest part of that whole Instagram live was before Famous Dex even got on this shit. He was like, "Man, Famous Dex be foaming at the mouth." the nigga get on the live foaming at the mouth.
Wasn't that like a month ago or something?
That just happened.
That literally just happened.
That just happened this week.
Oh, that was him on the. I thought that was somebody else.
Nah, that's Famous.
That was him who was falling asleep on the video.
Yeah. That's him. That's Famous Dex.
How can you tell this nigga? This shit is weird, man.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like you can't even stay up.
Oh, that shit is hilarious, man. I just want to see Soulja Boy. Like, I just want to see him be successful, man. That's all. I don't want to see him get caught up in no bullshit though. Like, could you imagine him and 6ix9ine out at the same time? They had to collab on some shit.
I don't think Soulja would really work with 6ix9ine.
He said that's his homie.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he said on Everyday Struggle when he was telling Act. Cause remember he got on Act and he was like, man, that's supposed to be your man. You ain't warn him about the bullshit. Free him and all that, you know?
Cause I heard him on Who Kid Radio. He was basically saying how 6ix9ine basically copied his style, like as far as like
trolling,
like his trolling model, but it ain't really work cause he in jail. So I guess I guess you could say that. You feel like he's the father of trolling, Soulja Boy? I can't really say he be trolling because like we said, like he don't really bother people like that. I think people get mad at him because it's Soulja Boy saying what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't want to accept that truth from him. So it's like if you think about it, like when he first came out and you had Ice-T and all them dissing him, he didn't diss them first.
That's a fact. That's just like when Nelly came out and KRS-One was dissing Nelly.
Nelly didn't say nothing he didn't say nothing to KRS-One. Like that remix that he did with Beanie C, that was just him responding to what he was saying.
Yeah.
So it's like,
it always do be like that. I think Soulja gonna have a good year though, man.
And man, it's all up to him, man. Like the ball in his court, like we talking about him. We ain't heard a song from him in like almost 2 years. I mean, I heard a song from a couple weeks ago, but we ain't heard like a breakout single like in a couple years. So it's in his court now. So the sky's the limit for him.
So let's get on your GOAT, Future.
Yeah, the Wizrd is back.
How you feel about the album?
I feel like the album is fire. The album is fire. My dog came and shut niggas up. My dog been sitting back and listening to what niggas had to say, and my dog came and delivered. 20 songs, fire.
All fire? All 20?
I don't really have too much songs I don't like on there. Out of the 20, I probably like about 17 of them. The last song is probably my favorite. Tricks on Me is probably my favorite song. Just because
I like Promise You That.
Huh?
I like Promise You That. That's probably
Promise
my favorite.
You That's hard.
It never stopped. The first
Never
one.
Stop. Crazy But It's True.
That might be one of his best intros.
What else? F and then Go Crazy. A lot of them beats had my car shaking. I ain't even gonna lie. I was like, yo, what the fuck?
Temptation is one of my favorite too.
I like the Mask Off sample at the end of that. I was like, yo, what?
1 through 15 flow together perfectly. I texted you that yesterday.
Yeah, you did.
1 through 15. Will you feel like this is? I saw somebody. No, Marcus and Mez had tweeted about this the other day on the TL, and it was like like there is a lot of up north cats be misunderstanding like the southern rap, and like how you feel about that?
I won't say misunderstand. I say they kind of misinformed with certain.
Being that you grew up down here and shit like that, so
yeah, that's what I mean. I can't fault them for it because they just misinformed when it comes to certain things. But I mean, that's just what it is. Like I'm pretty sure I'm misinformed on a lot of shit from the northern region. I might call myself a student of rap or whatever because I grew up in the culture, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of shit that I don't know about, like, the northern region and like what everything that's going on.
I think most of my favorite rappers like are from the South. Maybe because like I spent most of my life down here, like when I lived in New York, but probably like out of my top 5, like 2 of them are from the South. So I mean, I guess it just depends. I think it's because like at a time when rap first came out, it was just known as a northern thing. Right. So then when the South came, it was just like something I remember Deion Sanders said people don't accept what they don't understand.
I think that's what it was. That's exactly what it was.
And it became just a misunderstanding. Like if you have somebody like Andre 3000 spoke big on Future, and he from Dungeon Family like roots. So
like a lot of people don't understand. They don't even know Future is a direct descendant of Dungeon Family. Like,
where would you rank his influence in the game since like 2010?
Future?
Yeah, like him as a complete artist. Is he top 10?
Influence wise, yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Do you feel like he's like the king of trap?
The king of trap. I'd have to go a different route with that because
even currently or all time.
Nah, I wouldn't even. To me personally, I feel like the most well-rounded rapper to come out of the South is Rick Ross. That's my opinion.
I'm just speaking in terms of trap.
Yeah, I'm going Rick Ross with that too.
You would put him in trap category?
Yeah, why not?
I wouldn't put Ross in trap category. I feel like he in his own lane. I feel like he's a sophisticated type rapper.
With trap element? No.
No.
Who would you put like in that category then, like Gucci and Future and all them?
So like Gucci, Jeezy, T.I. I even throw Pusha T in there.
I mean, how you can't really say Ross and not put Pusha T in there? I mean,
they don't rap about the same shit.
They kind of in the same lane, sophisticated type shit.
Ross is like a luxurious rapper.
Pusha T is too.
Not really.
Dog, Pusha T.
Pusha paint pictures of like you actually like. He make me feel like I was actually drug dealing.
Ross do too.
No.
Dog.
Ross will make me feel like that.
Dog, it's
Ross paints a picture of like the lifestyle from coming to that. Pusha T don't rap about the lifestyle that comes from that. He rap about the lifestyle itself of trapping. You get what I'm saying? Like Ross, when I listen to Ross, I don't think about drug dealing really, even though he does have that elements in his music.
I'll give you that.
Like Ross gives me the perception of the lifestyle that he living at this moment.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Or what can come from that.
Yeah, you're right.
You get what I'm saying?
I'll give you that.
That's why I say like he in his own lane, because when I think of Ross music, it's luxurious. It's like you be shopping in, like say for example, you shopping in a high end fashion and like Ross is playing in the background.
Right. I hear some Ross.
You see what I'm saying?
I want to go spend a bag.
Exactly.
I want to get a bag and spend a bag.
Exactly. That's what I think about when I come to Ross. So like that's what I said, like Future would be in that. I wouldn't put him and Future in that same genre. As far as the element aspect,
I would still say Future is highly like influential though, like as far as like his impact, because like he brought a lot of shit to the game. Like as far as like,
you feel like he birthed some of these rappers.
He birthed a lot of rappers as far as like being comfortable with the like harmonizations and shit like that.
Do you feel like Future birthed Thug or Wayne birthed Thug? And when I say birth, I don't mean like he put them on. I'm talking about as far as style. Shit like that.
No, Wayne birthed Thug. Because if you listen to Thug like early music, like his I Come From Nothing days, those mixtapes, that's all Wayne. That's all Wayne, like prime Cash Money flows, like Young Money flows. Like go listen to that. That's all Wayne flows, bro.
I'm gonna go back.
But
and
like
listen to that shit.
when Thug caught like that 2013, 2014, like that little run, that's when he came into his own. But Wayne birthed Thug. I feel like you can say Wayne birthed a lot of niggas as far as like the whole rock star shit. I feel like Wayne established image wise.
Yeah, he did.
And
he crossed that over.
He crossed it over, and everybody else they took it to another level.
Yeah,
like the Uzis,
the rapper into the rock star.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. He did do that.
So that's why I put Wayne at with that.
How you feel about people who say Future just rap about drugs?
Nah, man.
I see you getting into it on Twitter the other day. That's why I asked.
I feel like they're not really listening to what he's saying. Like you gotta. I feel like Future make music for niggas who've seen some shit, gone through some shit. Like you.
I think that's why I like My Collection so much.
He got songs like that where you
like I relate to that shit.
You relate to it. You know what I'm saying? You relate to shit like that.
But he got a lot of songs like that.
Yeah.
Like he talk about his experiences with women and stuff like that. Like
and while we talking about that, like people gotta stop thinking that every time you make a song about women that he's talking about Sierra. Like that's
he's dealt with plenty of women.
He's dealt with plenty of women. The man got like 7 baby mamas.
Let me ask you this, because you're a father in this situation. So I'm gonna ask you. So how do you feel like going into the situation? This is just my opinion on it. So Sierra is, and there was a clip that came out yesterday. I meant to send you that shit. There was a clip that came out yesterday, and she was like, she did reach out to him for him and Russell meet, but he didn't want to. So like even before that, I was under the impression that she was wrong for not wanting to do that. So I was like, at that moment, would you as a father still reach out to him if you know your baby mother didn't introduce the man that's gonna be around your daughter? Like, would you still feel a need to reach out
me
to
personally,
him?
Me personally.
Because I feel like Future would still want to reach out to that man.
Me personally, I would, because it's like, you know, that's just me. Like, I'm not going to, just because you dropped the ball in situation, I'm not going to, you know, drop the ball on my end as well.
Because this feud on Twitter was very entertaining. Like, just seeing the back and forth.
Now if Sierra's saying, again, I don't know how the communication went between them two in that situation. So, like you said, you got Future saying, you know, she had this man around, you know, Lil Future without them two, you know, checking each other's temperature or whatnot. And then you got Sierra saying, well, look, I did reach out, but, you know, you weren't trying to do this. I can't really say who's telling the truth there. I can only say if she was doing that, if she did have him around her, in my opinion, that's wrong. What if them two didn't meet each other? You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta think, if it was the other way around, your baby mama gonna want to know who's around your child. If you had if you got serious with a woman, she's going to want to know who that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, so me personally, even if she didn't reach out and, you know, try to make that happen, I'm gonna reach out and make it happen, because I gotta know who's about to be around my child. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, I know me and her. That's the dad. It's all about, you know, the energy around my child.
Yeah, you feel like what Future said about him, like, as far as like him, he do what she say.
I agree with that too, because it's like, you gotta think of it like this. I
don't agree with that shit.
Nah, because you gotta think.
I just feel like he be chilling.
But at the same time, you can chill. But at the same time, it's like you gonna be like, dog, like, quit giving that shit energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, why y'all, you know, that shit
in the public, as far as in the public.
Yeah, in the public, like, that shit cool out on all that. You know what I'm saying?
Russell Doormat out here.
I don't again. I don't, because like
I said, I'm not in their house. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not in their house, so I don't want to, you know, say nothing. And
I'm just asking from outside looking in.
Yeah, from outside looking in, it do kind of look like
you
that.
You feel like he handled that shit like wrong?
Who, Russ?
Yeah.
I would. Me personally, I can only speak for myself. I'm gonna tell my girl, like, you know, like, you gotta quit give that shit public energy. Like, that shit, you know, it's redundant at this point.
I just feel like they can, just for them to be in the position that they in, they can make that co-parenting shit work. And being at the fact that Russ and Future both celebs,
right? It should,
like, it should be easy.
It should be real easy,
because he's not a regular Joe. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know who he is. You know what he do. Like, it's nothing for y'all to have a conversation. You don't even need her to get in contact with that man. Like, you don't need that.
My whole thing is this as well. It's like, and everybody's saying how damn Russ would watch Future and all this other shit. Like, man, niggas not fighting, man. Like, leave that. Like, that's another thing. Like, there's gonna be no violence from this situation. Like,
that shit was funny though.
It was funny. It was funny, but there's a kid involved in the situation. There's not be no violence from this shit. Like, it's not like nobody's abusing this kid. That's the only way I can see violence coming from this, but that's not the case at all. Like, you know, that child loved both of them, you know, equally. So it's not like no, you know what I'm saying? Nothing to really, you know. I
just felt like it's a never ending, like, debate every time it comes.
Every time this man drops music, is oh, he talking about her, he talking about her, like. The
Future fans and people defending Sierra, like, going back and forth is hilarious.
Like,
man.
Like, a lot of the women that bash Future was just dogging this man about his baby mama situation, but every time he dropped music, he only talking about Sierra. Like, so what side is it that y'all want to be on with this? Like, what side is it? Serious question.
I think it just boiled down to most of the people just don't like him. You know, most women is not gonna fuck with Future just off the fact of how he move.
I can't tell most women don't like Future. I can't tell.
It's split.
It's.
I seen women on the TL defending him, and I seen women on the TL being like, oh, well, you know, this coming from a man who got such and such baby mamas and da. It's always gonna be those group of women, and you gonna have some women who defend them. I'm just going off of what I see.
Right. I see both sides too. I'm defending Future, man.
Of course, that's your man.
Yeah,
I expect
free
you
bang
to go
gang, man. Free bang gang, man. Fuck the other side. You know what I'm saying?
So, what you rating the album?
Hey, you might look at me sideways, but I'm giving my dog a 9 out of 10, bro. I like this album a lot.
This nigga lying, bro.
I like this album a lot. I'm FBG biased, man. A 9 out of 10.
Unbiased.
I'm gonna say it. I'm Future biased, bro.
Also, you okay? So as long as you admit it,
I admit it. I'm Future. I like this album though. I like this album,
bro. You get a 9 out of 10. You telling me it's better than like?
It's better than Beast Mode 2. You didn't like Beast Mode 2. What you like this, right?
That was way better than Beast Mode.
All right,
2.
what you give Beast Mode 2?
Like a 4.
And I gave Beast Mode 2 like a 7.
That's that's the bias. Cause there's no way you would.
I don't listen to that album no more, but it wasn't.
Exactly.
It
so
wasn't.
You had to give it a 6 if you're not listening to no more.
But it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It's not a bad album though.
Bruh, a 7? If you're not listening to it no more,
I'll give it a 6.
Okay, exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
I'll give it a 6.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. So I would give it like a solid. This one, I give it like a 7.5.
Man, get the. All right, man.
7.5. 7.5, 8.
Mike,
that's being real nice, bro. 9 is damn near perfect. You telling me this is one of his best albums? It's not better than Evil.
This is way better than Evil.
I don't think so.
And I love Evil. This is a top 3 Future album to me. This is at least
DS2.
DS2 is number 1.
I hear you don't really count that. Oh, you do count DS2.
Yeah, I love DS2.
That's his best.
DS2 like number 1 to me.
And I get that like a 9.5. So you telling me the Wizrd is is in that group?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
This album is hard, bruh. This album hard as fuck. Bruh, you said
what about Monster?
You listen to what you said. You said 1 through 15 is unskippable.
Yeah.
That's a lot of no skips, bruh. Out of 20 songs.
So you feel like I should get the rating
I feel
higher?
like number 20 is the best song.
I don't think so.
Listen to number 20 again. It's a lot of pain on that song. Listen to that song. Tricks on Me.
I like just out the gate, like Never Stop. I think that's one of the best like intros to his albums.
It is. And you didn't skip nothing until 15.
Nope. After 15 it gets like I could do without let me go back and look. Cause I can actually do without.
Let's go. I'm hard as hell, man.
So like when I'm looking at it, okay, you got Going Dummy. I could do without that. First Off, I really don't like that. Face Shot is cool. Ain't Coming Back and Tricks on Me is dope. So if you take off Going Dummy, First Off, Face Shot, and then just leave it at that, that's damn near a perfect album. If you would have did 12 songs, you could have 12 perfect songs. They getting out of that. Or that just like doing 12.
It's either gonna be a short album or a long album.
Yeah. 25.
20 songs, you got more chances to miss, which messes up your perfect record.
But you also can do this right here. And I love this shit. But I agree with you. Without them 3 songs, that's a 17-song album. That's perfect.
So I got to judge it off what he gave me. That's why I said that.
But at the same, this is what I'm saying.
It's not better than DS2. No, it's not better than Evil neither. I can't give you that, man. I can't give you that
Evil,
one.
But this is better than Evil. And a lot of people slept on Evil, but I loved Evil, but this is way better than Evil, bro.
Okay.
This is way better than Evil, bro.
I guess. We'll see. I want to see how it aged too. I think it might age well. Cause Beast Mode 2 got out of here real quick.
Let's go carry Brown to the summertime, bro. Carry him.
Oh, he got some. Yeah, he got some hits on there now.
He gonna be straight. He gonna be straight.
I think Crushed Up gonna be the leading one.
I don't think he gotta drop another like EP or mixtape until damn near August, September, bro. And you know, once that like
October,
like once you do that, the year over with. So he basically in 2020 already.
He carrying over in 2020.
Like he good. Like he's straight.
So no slander. When it you know, what's so crazy. The Future fan base is so. I already seen the nigga the day of had the Avi change to the Wizrd, bro. Like that shit was crazy.
Shout out to all my Wizards out there, man. Shout out to all my Wizards.
That shit was crazy.
I don't change my Abbey for niggas, but shout out to all the Wizards. I don't knock who do.
Yeah. So let me let's go on to the next. You gonna be catching any flight soon, bro? With this government shutdown?
Nah, but
like this shit is getting serious out here, man.
I saw some tweets saying that the government need to pay the TSA before the cartels start paying the TSA, and that was funny as hell to me because
this would be a perfect opportunity for that shit to go down.
We all the way slipping our head, dog. Like I don't not understand it, bro.
This man
Like
want this wall built.
he said Mexico's paying for this wall.
They not paying for that shit. He's not gonna stop until he get what he want, bro. Like this shit is really affecting people.
Hey, let me
dog.
ask you a question. If Donald Trump made if say like you on the way home and you got like a notification on your phone and it said, you know, a very important State of the Union is gonna be on TV at 8:00 and you go watch it, right?
Okay.
And Trump like, yo, you know, we gonna start, you know, breaking ground on building this wall, right? And you know, we need all hands on deck. You know, starting salary $100 an hour. Y'all going to build this wall or what?
No, I'm not fucking with that shit. I feel like that's a smoke and mirror. It's gonna be some bullshit within there. 100 an hour, bro. Like, nah, dog. I can't get down with that shit.
Integrity? What you mean?
Yeah, do
What's right? What's right in the situation?
Trump in that wall, man. I ain't building shit.
I ain't worrying about that shit, man. I mean, if you going die on that hill now, go ahead and die on that hill.
Hey,
bro.
I've already died on that hill. I've already died on that hill, bro. Like, I'm a brick mason, my nigga.
You gonna go ahead and get that $100?
I'm a brick mason, my nigga. Like, I'm sorry.
Hey, man, do you think?
Hey,
No, but like on the real
it ain't
tip,
even no. It's all business. Neither. It's not even on no other shit.
no, but like on the real though, like shit is gonna get thick like quick. People is not being able to afford their rent. Like low income places like where elderly people live at who expect funding from the government on their house. Like
I saw an article.
that shit not getting paid.
I saw an article where this young lady had to ration her insulin because she worked for the government. She couldn't get her insulin dosages correct. So yeah, like that shit.
I was saying, like, bro, like this shit ain't cool.
Shit ain't, you know, I know a lot of people who, you know, furloughed because of this shutdown, and you know, I mean, some of them, you know, they straight, so they, you know, they gonna get through, but. You know,
Government jobs. There's a lot of government jobs out here. It's a lot of places, like as far as housing, that's getting funded by the government, who are now not getting funded because the government shut down.
And you'd be surprised. When shit like this happens, you really be surprised when they say, like, you know, a lot of people live in check that you don't know, that you really don't know. Like, a lot of people are hurting off of this shit. Like, they having food bank drives for government workers. Like, that sounds crazy to me. Hey, listen. All right, this is what I say.
That's
too.
what I'm saying. This ain't gonna have to die on this hill, bro.
Hey,
be mindful of what you saying now. That's all I'm saying, bro. Like, all jokes aside,
I can't go build that wall, man. $100 an hour though.
I can't do that shit, bro.
$100 an hour.
And if he finessing us, what make you think he'll really pay you $100 an hour? Like, I don't believe that.
Trump gonna pay me that fucking $100 an hour.
I would have to get an advance, my nigga. I would have to see some type of advance.
All right, so if Trump was like, "Yo, sign a bonus,"
I said I would have to
20 band sign a bonus.
No, I still wouldn't do it just for integrity reasons. But I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna go do it, bro, you would be stupid not to get no money up front to go do that shit. You'd be stupid. You'd be stupid to go do that.
Nah, I can't go build that wall, man.
And you got to think, we going into day 20 of a government shutdown. Like, how long is this shit gonna last? When you get to the point where people, okay, now people are getting evicted out their homes.
This is the longest.
Banks gonna be foreclosing on homes because people can't afford to pay their mortgages.
This is the longest I've seen one happen because
all the motherfuckers want to build a wall.
A shutdown happen every year. It don't last as long though. It usually be over by New Year's time. So
yeah, and the shit's so crazy. I seen a lady talking about somehow, you know, they went and reviewed her land because the wall probably gonna have to go over her land and shit like that. She voted for this motherfucker. So now you're gonna have to keep that same energy. This is the man that you voted for, so you're gonna have to. I don't
feel sorry for nobody who fell for Donald Trump when he went on his white trash tour. I don't feel sorry for nobody that's getting finessed when he went through the what they call the breadbasket of America, and he had his little tour and he had the white power tour basically. Yeah. I don't feel sorry for nobody who's getting finessed out of that. It's a lot of people who down bad too.
The shit's so bad. This man went ahead and got the Big Macs. Yo, let me get a number one, man, with a large fry and 10-piece nugget. He could at least put some damn heaters under the shit.
Yeah,
man.
he had dominoes and everything for them boys, man.
Hey man, government shutdown, man.
Hey man, that I feel that confirms that Donald Trump is either an Alabama fan or a Gamecocks fan.
How you figure?
Because why would you give the national champion the title, the national football champion?
He would have gave it to them if it was Alabama.
I don't think Alabama would have got McDonald's.
They was getting McDonald's, bro. It's a government shutdown.
Nah.
Ain't nobody working in that White House, man. And he's so petty.
It gotta be. So who set up all the food? Somebody's working.
They went and just brung it.
So they Uber Eats all this food.
Facts.
Uber Eats to the White House, bro. Like you gotta have some type of clearance to get.
He paid the shit out of his pocket.
Yeah, they had like tongs for the pizza and shit. Like
Fact. He paid the shit out of his pocket, bro. You could at least got Chick-fil-A.
Bro, that man could have if he was
Chick-fil-A cater all the time, bro.
If
you
he was
couldn't
coming
get
out of
Chick-fil-A?
pocket, he could at least hit up the Jamaicans and got a couple pans of oxtail, couple pans of curry, couple pans of jerk, some rice and beans.
But that just goes to show,
plantains.
bro. Like he don't give a fuck about nothing but himself. That's all he care about. If he not stopping at nothing until he get that fucking wall, dog. Period.
Yo, he played niggas dominated Alabama.
He'll be out of there next year though. He won't get another term. He won't get another term.
Who you think? Who's? It
won't matter because people will just vote. Just to get his ass out of there.
Even more racist man coming.
That's what I think. I think we'll have Dr. Robotnik next time.
I think it'd be another celeb type.
Who'll be fucked? Who'll be fucked?
It'll be it'll be either a straight political person or 100% celebrity. That's what I think.
I hope The Rock don't run. I hope Kanye don't run. I don't want no celebs to run.
Oh, you don't want your mans to run?
I don't want him to run.
Why?
I don't want him to run. Well, he said he's not even gonna fuck with politics no more. So,
I mean, you felt like he was doing some shit that was,
I mean, he is doing some shit. He got them girl. He got that girl out of jail. Him and Kim K here. She went and got that girl out of jail. Where D-Ray at? Since we want to talk about that, did Black Lives Matter get anybody out of jail? Did they? They added to it. So let's talk about it if we're gonna talk about it.
I'm just saying why I don't see why you wouldn't want Kanye as your
I don't think he should even fuck with that shit after everything he went through this year with politics. I don't think he should fuck with it. That's my opinion.
Dog, I'm just interested to see how this shit gonna be come March.
What, like as far as like
the whole government, period.
Oh yeah, I mean this month is gonna be really telling. I don't know, man. Like I said, I know a lot of people who work for the government, been working for the government for a while. I just hope the situation, And I saw some shit where it was like 10 I don't know. I don't want to. I think it was 10 governors that voted against back pay for everybody that's been furloughed. Like that shit crazy to me too. Like it's always people who are like privileged to voting against motherfuckers who need some shit. Like I hate like the hierarchy, man. Like I hate that shit.
Dog, the fact that this nigga like really like just the fact how he handled the national champions is telling his whole persona, bro.
Would you have went to the White House if you was on Clemson team?
No,
You would have sat out. Dabo would have disowned you.
That's fine. I got my championship ring. That's all that matters.
Cause
you can't take that shit away from me.
Dabo is pro. Niggas give Dabo because he know how to dance and shit. They give Dabo. They give Dabo the cookout passes, but Dabo not really for us.
Yeah, but they give a lot of people that. Just like when George Bush be giving Michelle Obama
candy all of a sudden. They forget how he handled us. So, that's one thing I wish we would stop doing that goofy shit, man. Like,
dog, listen,
they giving these niggas cookout passes. They don't give a fuck about us.
Speaking of that, how you feel about Travis Scott and this Colin Kaepernick shit? Travis out here lying, B.
What lying about what?
This man said he talked to Kaepernick before the Super Bowl. Kaepernick was like, "Nah, bro. Like, me and you never had no conversation. Nah."
Well, if he lying about that, he cap. But I mean, at the same time, didn't he get the NFL to donate like $500K to a charity organization or some shit? Like
I did hear about that, but like I would want to see that shit actually happen. I hope it does happen.
I mean, if he did
Travis Scott, because it just seems like it's out of nowhere.
With what?
With him doing that, because Travis has never been an artist to be like within like the community and shit. I'm not saying nothing wrong with that, but he's never been that guy. So for him to just up and be like,
you think it's kind of suspicious that
it's suspicious now all of a sudden that he want to do that shit.
I wouldn't fault you for feeling like that, but I mean at the same time, like if he said that he did that and he said the NFL agreed to donate and $500K, like you said, like I would want to see it too, but
because he's not getting paid for this halftime shit.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like no one gets paid for these halftime.
No
like,
no
quit
entertainer
saying
gets paid.
Because they was trying to get at Gladys Knight, and y'all not about to get my auntie out the paint. Gladys Knight, no, y'all not coming for Gladys. She don't need no money from nobody. She's not getting paid for this. I wish I would stop this whole she needed a check or whoever performed needed a check.
She's singing the national anthem, right?
Yeah, she's singing the national anthem. No, we're not. I'm not canceling Auntie Gladys. Y'all can get the fuck on. I'm not canceling Auntie Gladys, bro. I'm not canceling Travis Scott. I'm not canceling. If that's the case, we should have canceled Beyonce when she did the Destiny Child reunion. We should have canceled everybody. Should have canceled Bruno Mars. Should have canceled Justin Timberlake when he stole Prince shit because his family didn't want Justin Timberlake to even do the Prince tribute. Should have canceled that white boy when he exposed Janet Jackson's titty of 10 years ago. Should have did all that.
Greatest
I know I'm all over the
show
place,
ever.
but y'all know what I'm talking about. So
Greatest
that's
halftime show.
yeah.
Ever.
I mean, let's keep this shit consistent.
Niggas pick and choose who they want.
Yeah, let's keep this shit consistent, man. Next time I'm in Atlanta, I'm going to Gladys Knight Chicken and Waffles. I don't give a fuck how y'all feel.
I haven't been to that spot yet.
That shit good. I mean, it was one of the first chicken and waffle spots, but I mean,
You wouldn't go again.
I've had better chicken and waffles in Charleston, to be
Okay.
real with you. So
I went to a chicken and waffle spot down here. I can't remember the name of that shit, but yeah, that shit was on point. But yeah, man, I'm not even upset with that nigga doing the halftime show, to be honest with you, bro. Like,
I'm not. That's what I'm saying. Like y'all mad.
It don't
y'all
affect
mad
me
at the
like
artists or the motherfuckers playing in the Super Bowl. I thought it was about the players. Why are we mad at artists now?
I mean, dog, at the end of the day, bro, everybody gonna have. I realized I sat back. I'm stop reacting to certain shit. Like a lot of this shit, I don't care about some of this shit no more. Like it don't really affect me as a person how I move. So like, if nigga want to perform halftime for the NFL, let him do that shit. If you want to have people want to talk to him about not doing it, then you can do that too. I remember I was seeing something about how like Hove and Meek was trying to talking him out of doing it. I'm not sure if that's accurate or not, but I
saw something like that too, but I didn't hear nothing else.
Well, Jay-Z is big on that because he straight up told him like, we don't need y'all. Like we selling out regardless anywhere we go at.
Obviously, Travis Scott not caring about nothing that them niggas gotta say. Man.
He's not. He feel like that's more exposure for him, and that's all good and well. That's to say he's never been that type of artist. Like he's always stay in his lane, perform. He got his cult following, but like. It was just weird seeing the Colin Kaepernick and Travis Scott shit. Like,
yeah, now if he lying about that, then like that's some shit he got to get killed for. But other than that, like I ain't got no problem with Travis Scott performing, man. Like I said, like if you saying you talk to a man about situation and that other man saying that we never talked about that, that's kind of some clown shit. Like, yeah. I wouldn't do that.
Dog, listen, it's crazy because like till this day Kaepernick is still fighting that fight. Because we just recently had that cop who got sentenced to 6 years for the Quan McDonald shit. Then the other cops, I think they just got off. Yeah, they basically got off. Mm-hmm. How you feel about that shit? Him only getting 6 years. He's gonna be out in 2, in my opinion.
I feel like that's a I mean, I don't want to say like I'm immune to it. It's just unfortunate that we always get let down in these situations. Like, Even
it's before this,
the
only other time I remember a cop even doing time was old boy in 08 from Cali.
And Slager just got denied an appeal.
He got 15, didn't he?
Did he get 15?
I can't remember.
I'm not sure, but I just read that he just got denied an appeal. Like he just got denied. Like they making him.
Oh, they not playing with that shit down here. So I saw that coming.
Yeah, they not playing with him. Like I said, man, like that's just another unfortunate situation, man. And then like to know like this, it's almost like damn, like this shit's on tape. Like you know what I'm saying? This shit was on tape. So y'all trying to tell me y'all really watched this tape and still like
he murdered this man in cold blood, bro.
And still saw that this man had a smidgen of innocence in him, like really.
Slager doing 14.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
So it's like, come on, man. Like, unfortunately, like we still. I feel like 14 is not even enough time for Slager, but we got a conviction finally.
Yeah.
So it's like
You gotta take your
dubs, but unfortunately, we taking a lot of L's with this shit. Like,
Yeah.
we're taking a lot of L's.
It's like
man.
it's like a W, but then it's kind of like
It's like, damn, like, yeah, we got this, but damn, we gonna lose 10 more
it should be
tomorrow.
consistent.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
It should
like,
be consistent across the board.
yeah, like this shit.
It should be consistent across.
It's
the
never
board.
going to be. I mean,
You're right. I don't feel like at this point. I feel like I've been shown enough and I've seen enough with my own eyes. This shit ain't gonna really be like consistent across the board, man. Like I said, like
It would take a huge change from a government level,
right?
but it would have to start. It would have to start with the city first, whatever city it's in. That's where it would have to start at. Because you got to think, you just can't attack. You can't attack like just DC first. It would have to start at the. That's the only way the shit gonna change. You know, what's so funny. You remember that movie, The Faculty?
Mm-hmm.
About the. I know it don't really. I'm just using this as an example. So you know how they started in a small ass town first.
Yeah, with the
With the whole shit, instead of just going for a bit, like you start. That's how you start. Like you got to start like in the small towns and like certain cities where this shit is happening at. Like prime example, I know it's a big city, but like in order for Chicago to change, like it's gonna have to start in Chicago. It can't start at DC because they can have whatever's going on in DC, and then Chicago still can be the same.
right. I see what you're saying.
It's gonna have to happen in the backyard first before you can get to the front. That's the only way shit's gonna change. Hi, dog. Listen, so the Fyre Fest documentary, dog.
I watched the Hulu one. I didn't. You watched the Netflix one.
Dog, listen.
So we can swap like off of what we saw for those two different documentaries. Shout out to Hulu too for jumping the gun and dropping their documentary before the Netflix being petty and shit like that. Like I like that type of energy. Hulu said
They
nah.
beefing or something?
I mean, it's competition at the end of the day. It's streaming. They both streaming networks, so I'm pretty sure it's still niggas. If niggas got the same type of content, they gonna drop. Whoever has it first gonna drop it first.
You know, so crazy. Before we even came in, I see Ja Rule tweet about, people think they got all the answers after seeing a doc. Nigga, just go ahead and shut the fuck up.
You're on camera. You have email. They got email proving you like.
No, listen. Let me tell you this.
You doing some scammy
I'm
shit.
I'm gonna watch the Hulu shit, and like I said, we gonna trade both. That Netflix shit, bro. Like, you talk about just straight up blatant disrespect, fraud, lying, just all of that shit. And the shit is so sad because I remember hearing about it, but I only heard about it because of Ja Rule. You know, he's within the culture.
Right.
So,
That's
and I
heard
remember
about it too.
And just like the background of this shit, like they want this shit done in 45 days.
Yo,
45 fucking days to have a music festival on the Bahamas
with 100+ artists, bro. 100+. No one.
Influences mixed together.
Dog.
You got Beagles, good music. You got Kylie Jenner coming out there. These Instagram
They had
influencers.
Diplo. They had all kind of EDM DJs on the ticket. I'm like, bro, this is like an almost $10 million budget, bro. Like,
and dude, it was more than that. That shit tallied out to $35 million, bro.
on the Hulu one, they had like actual like footage of people like in the buses coming up to the property or whatnot. It was so funny. I'm sorry, but this was,
did they have the yellow buses on the Hulu?
yeah,
one?
like they had the yellow,
Yeah.
like people driving up this like to like the where the shit was supposed to be going on at. It was so funny hearing them girls cry when they saw them tents.
No, that looked like some concentration camp
It
type
did,
shit,
bro. I was like, dog, they got these tents with nothing in them.
that's slimy.
Just a straight up like
And then the dude was like, it was one of the dudes that
blow
was,
up mattresses, bro.
He was in charge of like, trying to get people calm. He was checking people in on his computer. He was like, yo, I got like 400 people done. And then Billy kind of undid my whole work. He stands up on the table and he basically tells people to just find a tent. So it's just mayhem now.
Exactly what he
I'm
said
like,
on Netflix.
Like they got video.
Because they was asking for villas.
Yeah,
like,
they got,
for the people who had
yeah,
villas.
people was like, yo, where my villa at? Where my where my condo at and shit like that. Like, it's nothing but fucking tents, bro. Like,
Come on.
it was up my
like
tents,
people was
bro.
buying packages for like 20 bands. Like people was buying like condo deals.
This shit got so bad because he was pulling money from other people to like just cover up.
He almost got free though. He almost got free with the with the Time Warner deal. But the dude was like, nah.
Okay, I didn't see that.
On the Hulu one, he almost got it because he almost got $10 million from Time Warner, and that would have covered him. He would have been A-okay. Like he could have paid everybody they front ends or whatever, and satisfied like all the contractors and shit. But the dude was like he dumped the gun and he emailed them and was like, nah, this dude's a fraud. Like don't deal with him or whatever. And then they emailed Billy. He was like, no, we're not gonna continue. He was like, damn. Like
the shit that set me off was like the whole sandwich shit. Like, bro, the cheese sandwich.
Dog, they had sandwiches with lettuce. It was just bread with cheese on it.
Yeah, facts. And it was just like, it was just disgusting, bro. They had people's luggage wrapped up in plastic and all type of crazy shit. It was just like. It was too much going on, bro.
It was a lot of local people who lost out on money too. Like some people put up their life savings in order to, like have like these restaurants and shit on hand so they can like serve these people, like serve the guests and whatnot. And it was like that was crazy to see that too, because I remember it was one lady. She said she put up her whole life savings, $50K, like 50.
She wiped her whole savings out there
just
so
she
can
can
pay her workers,
so she can pay workers and be on point for a festival that was never going to happen. Like that's crazy.
The shit should have been down. The shit should have been dead at the point where it really got thick. When I would say at the point where they couldn't accommodate just like the spot. When you pulled up to the spot and you just saw that it was like some bullshit ass construction, you should have just shut
like
the shit down
shipping
from
containers there. With half like put
there's no plumbing, no like electricity, none of that shit out there. You had people working like around the clock, like 24/7, and then get paid. Like it got to a point like they was about to hold people hostage until they got paid. Dude straight up told them like, I need $26,000 like right now. Straight up. They had the one dude on there, the clip that's going around on Twitter when the dude was talking about like how he had to almost suck the dude dick to get the water release.
What?
So there was a dude on there. There was a dude who was Billy's business partner. So he straight up told him like, yo, like, I need you to come down here and suck Cunningham dick so he can release the water. They had like some containers full of like Evian water, but he wouldn't release the shit because the import fee and shit like that. He's like, I'm gonna need you to go down there. Cause dude is gay, so he was like, I need you to go down there and suck Cunningham dick so we get this water release. So dude was like, I went home, took a shower, got some mouthwash. I was prepared to go down there and do it, but the dude was so generous. He was just like, you know what, Andy, I'm gonna go ahead and release the water, but I'm gonna need such and such up front. So he was ready to prepare to do the shit. That's how like crazy this shit had gotten. Then Ja Rule, like after the whole shit went down, the dude had got released on bail and shit like that. This motherfucker talking about like, yo, there's some smart people in this room. He on a conference call. There's some smart people in this room. We can forget this shit and get this shit like
because they tried to do it last year.
Going, you know what I'm saying? Like and put this shit behind. It's just a hiccup, a bump in the road. He's like, yeah, but we just basically like did fraud. He's like, I wouldn't call it fraud. And he was like, what would you call it? False advertising. Like, nigga, what the fuck? Like. And then the shit was so crazy when Billy got out on bail. This nigga was still trying to do shit on the side. Like he'll have VIP tickets for the Grammys, but he would be under somebody else handling the shit.
He was selling tickets for events that you can't buy tickets for. Like you can't buy tickets for the Met Gala. You can't buy VIP tickets for Victoria's Secret show.
Coachella.
Like, you can't buy
all that shit.
You can't buy tickets. It's another event that you can't buy tickets for. But he had an email list of people. He was like, I can provide you access to these events. And it was him like this whole time.
Facts.
Like this dude's
that whole shit was just. He just got sentenced. He just got sentenced to 6 years in October. I read up on that shit.
Yeah, he in jail now.
And it was so funny. He was talking to the dude who had did time. And he was like, man, what's jail like? And the dude I was telling him like, bro, like it's 23-1. He was like, what's 23-1? Like you locked for 23 hours and they let you out for an hour. And then like the look on his face when I told him that, he was like, he just kept saying, I'm not going to jail. And I was looking at this dude like he's either got some stronghold or he's insane. And I think dude was like really insane because he kept doing the same shit, expecting different results. Like, dog, like this shit was a dub. Like loading money on wristbands for the event. Like it got to a point it was so he couldn't even cancel because if he canceled, then all the money that he had borrowed had to be refunded within 24 hours. So cancellation wasn't even an option for him. But he should have stopped the shit. I remember dude was typing up an email and he was like, dog, like we don't have no places for people to stay. We don't have this. We don't have the food to come. One catering company pulled out because they didn't have their $6 million. They only had $1 million. This motherfucker was so bold and fired them over the conference call. Like, how you gonna fire them and you don't have the $6 million in front of them?
Billy was wild.
Like he was wilding, bro. Like you only got $1 million. Like nigga, you ain't gotta fire me, nigga. I'm not coming. You see what I'm saying? Like it don't matter what you can feel strong that you fire me, but.
Did
like,
y'all
that shit
hear
was
about
crazy.
that shit before like it was supposed to happen?
No, I didn't
Like,
hear about that shit.
I
That's
feel
a
like
crazy
that shit
thing.
just hit the timeline just one day. The sandwiches showed up. Like
I saw people talking about a Fyre Festival, and then like the next week I saw like you said like the chaos that came.
Right.
Like I remember like being on Twitter and people started like when it started catching wind and people started like retweeting the horror stories, and it was this one girl like she was on the plane going there and she was getting
She was
texts.
expected to be like on a jet type
she
shit
was,
too.
she was
right?
no, she was getting like texts from people who was already there, and it was like she was saying like one of her friends, like a couple of her friends had put their life savings up to go to this shit, and they was fucked over. Then she was saying how like people on the like the actual like flight attendants was telling them like they just gonna let them off the plane, like they basically asked out when they get off the plane.
This shit is crazy because, and when I look at it in totality, it's like not at the fact that he was already in the hole like 25 million. They got it to like 36 million, but he was only reporting like a spending of 1.5. Like, come on, dog.
Yeah, he was padding the books, bro.
Yeah, because he handled all the finances. The shit was so bad when he got back to New York after the whole shit went down. He told people straight up like, yo, like, you know, I'm not firing y'all, but there's not gonna be no more payroll. So the people was like, okay, being that you not firing us, like that doesn't affect our unemployment. He was like, I don't know how that end of it. All I know is like payroll is stopping immediately. You won't be getting paid. And it's like it just got ugly. And then the fact that when he got out and he was still trying to do the shit, dog, you had to be held accountable, bro.
so is he gonna get sued when is he getting sued as well?
I can see. I think he is. Like, I know for a fact he already doing his 6 years. As far as the financial aspect, I'm not sure.
But if he was like
I think he
pocketing
got
money,
paid, too.
yeah, if he was pocketing money in 4 years, he'd be straight if he get out. So unless he gets sued,
he got paid for this whole story shit
it's
too.
crazy.
Like, he
Yeah,
got paid.
Hulu cut him a
That's
check.
what I'm saying.
I think.
Hulu, and I'm pretty sure Netflix cut him a check too.
The shit was just so nasty and like I couldn't even have been in no situation like that, dog. Like, yeah, man.
Boy.
But hey, this goes to show, man, all this scamming and shit that be going on in this world, bro.
Hey, the shit was crazy. It was showing how Ja Rule was talking about it. And then it was like, of course, Ja Rule denied an interview for this documentary.
Of course,
Like,
of course, he denied. I've been hearing reports like he been denying a lot of interviews behind this shit. I guess because on his end of it, the shit ain't really done. I don't know if he's gonna get. I doubt he get any time for this shit. But like, if y'all haven't checked out that Fyre Festival documentary, it's something that everybody needs to see, bro. Like, it's very good fucking documentary, bro.
I mean, I'm sorry them kids lost their money, but that shit was
You
hilarious.
talking about 4 or 5 band of pop
They been
for
black
people
kids?
to come to?
Nah.
Oh, fuck them.
It was. I probably seen a couple of black people, but it was mostly like drunk white people. Like this
It
shit
was
was so
hedge
bad. Like,
fund kids, man.
Okay.
like when they got to the island,
Who else buying $20,000 villas, bro? Who else doing that for a weekend?
and then he just kept trying to push shit. Like, well, we need to pull money if it's like VIP access, on the yacht with Kendall Jenner, 10,000 per person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like he was
ain't
trying.
nobody
He was,
buying that shit, dog.
listen, he had covered his ass one time. I watched the Hulu one only. I'm gonna catch the Netflix one tonight. But he covered his ass at one point, and the nigga got off the phone and bought like 100 jet skis with that money that he just was supposed to start paying people with. So he can have jet skis out there and shit. But there's no jet skis out there.
But who
The
would
dude
spend
from
this amount of money without
The
even
dude-
hearing about
listen,
this
listen,
festival?
Listen, the dude, there was a dude at the
The
beginning
man
of the documentary.
he had to give the gab,
He
bro.
was targeting a group of
Yeah,
people.
like,
Yeah.
Shark, like
He was
Shark,
predatory
like
with it.
he was getting money from investors, and then like from the jump, they was talking to this dude. He had the blueprint laid out. He's like, okay, well, we could get a cruise ship to have people come off, boom, come to the island and boom, enjoy the festival. Billy was like, nah, we gonna have people stay on the island. So then dude was like, nah, bro, like this shit going. So he pulled out. You see what I'm saying? So he's like, this shit ain't gonna work. And I'm thinking to myself, dog, he's a smart motherfucker, because if I'm thinking of it, the experience could have worked if you would have had people come on cruise ships, because at that point you don't have to worry about lodge, food, none of that shit. You can have people, because I've been on a cruise before. It's to the Cayman. You anchor the ship, have people come off on boats, and you just enjoy the island. Mm-hmm. But to the fact that you wanted to have people stay there, then accommodate the stars who was gonna be there, that shit wasn't gonna work, dog. And he just got to the point like he just wasn't taking no for an answer. That's how sad this shit became. So if y'all haven't checked that shit out, I'm gonna watch the Hulu one. But the Netflix one, that gets a good rating.
Yeah, I heard the Netflix one was kind of wild.
The shit was real wild.
The Hulu one was informative, but I heard that Netflix one was kind of wild, especially with that whole water situation. That's crazy to hear. What's next, man?
So how you feel about Adrian Broner Pacquiao, man?
Adrian Broner's not one of us no more, man.
You can't disown that man, man.
Man, fuck Adrian Broner, man.
Yeah, I want that man to win. That's why.
Fucking stupid whore.
I knew
That nigga Mo been mad last night, boy.
Man, fuck
I knew he was
Adrian
gonna cut
Broner,
that
man.
ass, man.
Fuck Adrian
He
Broner.
too damn cocky, and like when he first started coming out, he was booming, but he really didn't have no opponents like
This
that.
nigga's like 3-7-1 in his last 11 fights, man.
Then
like,
he gonna tell old boy, he was like, yeah, you 3-3-1 in your previous fights. Like, what are you doing about it going forward? He's like, well, I'm 3-3-1 in my last 7 fights, but I'll be 7-0 against you. He's like, well, that don't really matter. That wouldn't mean much.
It don't mean
Like, dog not even tripping off you. Like,
Yeah,
it's
like,
getting to that point
and
with
you
him.
know, yeah.
For somebody who wanted to beat Floyd Mayweather so bad.
the thing about Adrian Broner with me, I want Adrian Broner to win so bad. Is what I really feel going on. Adrian Broner got too much yes men around him. No one really like keeping it honest with you. Like, you fucking suck, bro. Like, you suck. Like, you suck.
It's
Like,
just
let's-
I don't
like-
expect him to get another high
like
main
this,
event no more.
This
For a while. He got to get his wins back.
I was gonna say he kind of got to go to the bottom, like the bottom, like. This nigga, I saw somebody say this nigga next fight should be on Instagram Live. Like, he shouldn't have
It's
like
getting there. It's getting
like,
there. It's getting there.
But the streets knew he won, though. That's what I
The
thought.
streets ain't
The
no
streets.
nigga. No.
He say everyone.
No,
No, nigga, the streets.
no,
Whatever
nigga,
streets you
no.
talking about.
No, you let this old
He ain't
man
washed
fuck
up.
Pacquiao.
He
I
ain't
mean,
washed up. He ain't
fuck.
washed up. He ain't washed up. He ain't washed up. That fight I saw in that ring last night wasn't washed up. And his previous fights, I ain't seen
so
no
is
washed up.
Pacquiao not washed up, or did Adrian Broner just
He wasn't
not?
washed up against
Or
Floyd.
did Adrian Broner not do? Floyd whooped his ass.
He didn't whoop his ass.
Floyd outboxed that man the whole fight.
Yeah, I would say he whooped his
He
ass.
he didn't have no control over that Floyd fight at all. He never was in control of that fight.
When I think of whoop his ass, I think of what Floyd did to Gotti. That's what I think of whooping his ass. Like, he won by unanimous decision, I think, if I'm not mistaken, but he didn't whoop his ass. Pacquiao wasn't washed in that fight.
Was Pacquiao not washed, or did Adrian just not do what he's supposed to do?
No, Pacquiao cut his ass. That was an ass cutting. He didn't win but 2 rounds.
Man, fuck AB, man. Fucking
He run his mouth too much.
stupid whore, man. Like, I fucking hate. I don't hate people, but I have a strong dislike for Adrian. Like, he all fucking mouth, man. Like, all you gotta do is do what you're supposed to do. Like, all you gotta do, like, you have all the talent in the world, but you just, it don't pan out. Like, it just never pans out when it's supposed to. Like, I hate people like that, bro. Like, he's afraid to be great. Like, he's afraid to be what he's supposed to be. Like,
I think he should take his training more serious and his opponents more serious, and then he'll be
that
in a
too.
better space.
He lacks in so much areas where he's supposed to be like proficient at this point in his career. Like, it's heartbreaking, bro. I want Adrian Broner to win so bad, but he don't want it for himself. So fuck him.
I feel you, bro. I feel you. So let's get on this sports shit, man. So, what's up with you and this James Harden shit, man?
Man,
I feel like it's bullshit, and I feel like you just do it for the timeline. Because I think you know this man balling. And the fact that you always be complaining about this man free throws, like...
bro, Bro, did you watch?
My nigga, you know James Harden is one of my favorite players. He's been one of my favorite players for like 6 years now.
All right, so
you know that?
All right, so do you honestly say? Can you honestly say you respect his game?
Yes.
Like how he play?
Yes, 100%.
So let me ask you a question: If LeBron was doing the same shit, would you have the same energy?
Yes, because you know why? LeBron doesn't go to the fucking hole enough when it matters. I've always said that, and you've been hushed on that. Every time when the game is close,
I've said when LeBron
takes shots, what do we say? We say, "Bruh, get to the rack. You're either gonna get the basket, or you're gonna get the call." So when James Harden do it, it's a problem.
Nah, it's not that. No, if James Harden gets calls that he shouldn't be getting,
That's
I don't have a problem with him going
that.
to the rim. I don't have a problem with him going to the rim and getting his buckets, but he's groomed the referees to give him calls that he shouldn't be getting.
I don't care about that.
What?
I don't care.
So why
about
you
that.
post that
It's
video
bullshit.
today? When them
What?
niggas didn't even touch
That's
James.
corny.
They
That's
didn't
corny on Josh Hart.
They
part.
didn't.
That's corny.
They didn't touch this man. He still gets a call.
He didn't get a call on that play. That play wasn't a foul call.
He did
just
get a-
let him
that-
blow. He just let him blow.
No, that
by
was a
him.
foul. That was a foul.
That
Call
wasn't a
foul.
foul. Oh, a foul on who?
On Josh Hart.
He didn't touch him. Where was a foul?
Oh.
Lance Stevenson touched him when he went to the rack for the
Sure, I see
layup.
no foul
That wasn't
on
on
that
Josh
play.
Hart.
Man, Lance Stevenson went straight up like this, bro.
Okay,
Straight up
we
like
don't see
this.
that shit all the time.
Bro.
All the time we see players go like this, go to the hole, bro. Giannis averages 10 free throws a game and niggas don't say nothing.
We're not talking about Giannis,
It's
man.
the same thing.
No, it's not.
This nigga averaged
James
10 free
Harden-
throws a game. He averaged 10 free throws a game.
James Harden takes it. Besides last night, I think he took like 12 free throws. Other than that, James Harden taking 15 and 20 free throws, bro.
What does it matter? There's plenty of niggas who average 10 plus free throws a game.
I think
don't care about
almost.
that.
I think almost saying like he don't be deserving those calls.
He don't
I
be
don't
deserving.
Like, they be
a lot of
beating
them
up
calls.
LeBron.
That's all I'm
LeBron
saying.
don't get all
He
them
don't
calls
be
like
getting-
that.
That's
He
what
be
he don't.
That nigga get
He
plenty
don't
calls.
be getting. He don't deserve a lot of them
That nigga
calls.
get
That's all
plenty
I'm
calls.
saying, bro. If you want to say that I'm hating on this game because I feel he don't deserve a lot of them calls, bro.
Okay,
I
so
feel like
outside his calls, is he not balling?
He's groomed. He's groomed.
You can't
the
groom no
referees.
ref.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. If the ref, if you play a certain way and you draw a lot of contact, eventually the refs they're not gonna know how to call your game. They're gonna give you calls you shouldn't be getting.
Okay, so LeBron has groomed the rest and not call his travels. Call a spade a spade.
Harden, they don't call
James
Harden
Harden
travels
has as
either.
well.
I'm
This
just
nigga
saying,
travels
bro.
every game.
Everybody
Honestly,
travels.
No, with that travel
Everybody
shit. Yeah, with that
travels.
travel
Everybody
shit. The whole
travels.
NBA travels. So we're not even gonna call that.
Ginobili flops. LeBron flops. They're the king. They're the godfather of flops. It's always going to be some shit that goes on in the NBA that motherfuckers get passes for. Niggas wasn't crying about we was, but then niggas be like, man, niggas brush it under the rug. But now with James Harden, it's about his calls. Niggas wasn't crying about complaining as much as we talking about niggas flopping comparing to James Harden free throws. When Ginobili and LeBron birth flopping, niggas wasn't putting this on a pedestal like they are James Harden free throws. And that's trash.
When all is said, do you really feel like he's a surefire MVP?
Oh, hell yeah. He was an MVP in 2015. He's an MVP now. Facts. Niggas can't do what he do. Because niggas ain't doing it.
All right, man.
Who got his skill set? Who doing what he doing?
Man, all he doing is going to the rim, bro. That's all he doing.
No, he can shoot from anywhere. He can score from anywhere on the floor.
But you don't think like other people just don't want to play like that? Like I would think it's boring to play on that team.
Nah, I don't. And I think
This
he's a great
nigga,
player.
all them points with no assists, that means he's been dribbling.
He averages 9 assists a game.
No, I'm saying niggas assisting on his plays. That means so many times niggas come down court
I'm not
just to
hearing
watch him 20 seconds do his thing.
That's their game plan.
I'm saying.
Why niggas mad at
no,
their game
I'm not.
plan?
Nobody mad at it. Nobody mad at it. I'm saying you're
I
saying.
respect it.
Right, you're saying other
Because there ain't
play-
too many niggas ISOing in the NBA.
Right, because maybe niggas don't want to play like
there ain't
that.
too many. John Wall can ISO like James Harden.
All right.
Kyrie can ISO like James Harden.
Yeah, but that's
What's
not
up?
their game plan.
What's up?
Niggas
It's
don't
only a
want to.
handful of niggas.
Maybe niggas don't want to play like that.
Nah, it's all about coaching.
All right, so if you was on Rockets team, you would enjoy that. You would enjoy sitting in the corner just chilling, watching them
I
play.
don't give a fuck. That's my team. That's my team.
Hey,
Who
for
else is gonna
what
take
it's
that?
worth, we not putting the hands in. We're not putting the ball in PJ Tucker hands for 20 seconds and tell him dribble the ball.
I
Hold on. Did Chris
understand. I
Paul
understand.
not sign the extension?
Chris Paul fleeced them niggas.
Did he not?
He's a professional
Did
bowler
he
now. So
not-
we not.
Did he not sign an extension with the Rockets though?
Oh, he need to. Because if he go anywhere else, he ain't going to get a
He
chance.
not getting that money nowhere
Okay,
else.
so when Chris Paul is on the floor, their defense is a lot better, and the ball movement is a lot better. And I seen when Chris Paul is on the floor with James Harden, he let that man ISO. So I don't see the problem here.
No, you see a lot with the Rockets, but you cannot see that their problems weren't Carmelo Anthony's fault.
I didn't put that on.
Let's talk
Melo.
about.
We can talk about that too if you want to get on me about
No,
that.
no, you blame Melo for them problems,
No,
bro.
I didn't.
Bro, you
not
said
what
they
I
played
said.
better without Melo.
Yes.
Their problems was
Is
never
that blaming?
Melo's. No, their problems was never Melo's fault.
Answer the question. Is me saying they play better without Melo saying it's Melo's fault?
Bro, yes, that is because the nigga was coming off the bench.
it's not.
That shit was never his fault. It was never his
There's
fault.
plenty of players on my team we play better. I seen play better without.
Bro, you know what you be doing, bro.
It's not what about we doing. I'm being very direct in what I'm saying. Like I watch sports. Like I know what I'm talking
I
about.
watch it too. And
Okay,
for the-
so there's
for-
plenty of teams that players play better without. That doesn't mean that the reason why they was trash was because of their fault. Teams start off slow in this season, and
So
it happens.
So why was so? I have to look for this shit, but you've
I would have
insinuated
released him.
you've insinuated that Melo had something to do with it, and that's a false narrative, my nigga.
He's not playing good basketball. Period.
My nigga. With all that being said, it wasn't his fault that the Rockets was getting their ass cut.
And
in
I
the
said
beginning
on
of the
Twitter
season.
verbatim, I'm gonna repeat this again. I said teams start off slow in the beginning of the season. Is Melo to blame for the reason their record? No, but he is not playing good basketball.
So you would have released him.
Yes.
A nigga come off the bench.
Yes.
So you would release him before you release
He hasn't been playing good.
Gerald Wallace.
He's been
or
traded.
a
He's been
Tyler
traded
Ennis
from.
III,
He's been traded
or-
from the Knicks to the
or
Thunder.
Michael Carter Williams. Like you would release
would've
a
released his
fucking
ass
Melo, a Melo before those players.
I would have released him too, and they did release him.
A Nene. You would release Melo before fucking Nene.
Nene is more valuable to the Rockets than Melo.
All right, man. That nigga has no knees. Like, what are we talking about?
He backs up Clint Capella. You
All
need
right,
a big
man.
man to back up your main big man. What else are we talking
right,
about
man.
right now?
All right, man. Let's talk.
You're just
about,
trying. I mean, you're not really having nothing that's sticking right
Nah,
now.
because you said, man, I'm a.
What did I say?
Bruh, I had to find all this shit, but we done, man.
No, we
No,
don't do that. We not gonna do that. We not gonna do that.
We're filming, bro. It's gonna take a lot of time for me to find this. We good, man. We good.
Nah, it's nothing. Hey, no, listen. Point being, I've said Melo has been traded from the Knicks to the Thunder. He then got released by the Thunder. You then took a leave from the Rockets. That that is a trend now. That is a trend. You mean to tell me the Thunder couldn't keep him on the bench? It's the reason why they did not keep that man.
That was a
Niggas
bad
need to
situation.
hold Melo accountable.
That was
I'm
a bad
tired of-
situation.
And Melo
that
was
was a bad situation with the Thunder. That was a bad situation.
Oh, so what is it with the Rockets now?
That wasn't his fault with the
So what about the Knicks?
Yeah, the media made Melo the scapegoat, bro.
I'm talking about me.
What?
Not the media. Fuck the media. I'm talking about me.
Nigga,
You said I said it.
You kind of played into that shit.
No, I didn't.
I remember you texting me some shit like that. And I'm like, bro, that shit was never.
I said that nigga
Melo's
was
fault.
washed in the OKC, which he was.
All right, man.
Was he not?
He wasn't scoring like how we used to see him score, but he's not washed. Bro.
Okay, so why did the Knicks trade him? Let me hear you make an excuse for that.
The Knicks, the Knicks traded him. I don't remember. Did his contract over
See,
or
this
the
is what
Knicks
I'm
traded him?
talking about.
I'm asking you a question.
The Knicks traded this nigga to the Thunder.
His time was over there. His time was over in New York. They didn't have no team by the time
He
Melo
on
was
the
done
2 more
there.
years.
Bruh, that team was done, bro. That
So
team
when he
was
got
done.
to OKC,
It just didn't work. That shit happens, bro. It happens.
so you don't see no flaws in his game as of the last.
I
3-4
just said offensively he hasn't been what he used to be, but he's not. I'm not going to just put him in the trash can, bro. That's just I'm not going to do that. That's just me. I've
Would you
just
start
said
him on the Celtics?
would I start. I've told you this already. No, I wouldn't start him on the Celtics. He doesn't fit what we do as far as like a starting lineup. I've told you this.
But you'll let him come off the bench.
I
on
let
the
him come off the
Celtics?
bench. I've said that.
Oh, that's fine.
If Danny Ainge wanted to sign Melo, I'm for it. If he come off the bench,
Mike, you want to take him on the Bulls? Not even off the bench?
he capped, bro.
Not
He
even,
fucking
like, not
capped,
paying
I
bro.
him
have no
nothing.
need for Melo and this bullshit contract and this money that he want. I don't have time for that.
I'm
I'm tired of
saying-
seeing this nigga in the fucking gym
I'm
in
saying
that
if
same
the schedule,
gym. No,
if the money,
we have
if
no
the money,
needs for him. We have no needs. It would be Dwayne Wade situation all over again. And I love Dwayne Wade, but it would be that exact same situation. There's no need for us to bring in that man, and he's not doing what we need him to do.
And you tired of seeing the hoodie Melo?
I'm tired of seeing the hoodie Melo in that same gym in New York City talking about, oh, Melo looks ready. My nigga, you've been doing that for 2-3 seasons now. You can't stay on the team. I'm going off of what I see.
Trends.
That's
yeah,
it.
trends.
It's a trend.
Yeah.
At some point, you have to hold some of these players accountable. I'm tired of when these players get late in their career. It's odd that it's very funny that how LeBron James is still one of the best players in the league and Melo has not maintained that. That's not, ain't nobody throwing him to the wolves, nigga. Your game has declined, period. Dwayne Wade has been able to maintain a roster spot on the Miami Heat and been valuable. He was in the playoffs last year, coming off the bench, providing for the Miami Heat. Carmelo didn't do shit for the Thunder in the playoffs last year. Point blank period, regardless if they lost. He didn't do nothing. So at some point, if you came in the same draft class with these niggas and you got one nigga who's still the best player in the league, a nigga who's still maintaining on the team that he came on with, and you right here, you bullshitting. You got to be held accountable. Ain't nobody throwing Melo to the wolves. He did it to himself. He was never a defensive player like that, which ain't nothing good because he compensated with his scoring. But now you lacking on the scoring end. You done. Period. There's nothing else to be said. Ain't nobody throwing Melo to the wolves. Ain't nobody putting him in the trash can. Nigga, you did it to yourself. And I love Carmelo. But the day that he did not sign with us, that's the day that he signed his... Dog, that was it. You sold your soul. You wanted to stay with the Knicks and get your money, so you had to reap what you sold with that team. It is what it is. Niggas talking about some old niggas trying to do this to Melo. No, bruh, step your game up. Period. You a great fucking player. You Olympic gold medalist. You one of the best scorers all time. Niggas want to see you do better. But if you ain't putting the effort in on the court, nigga, what the fuck I need you on my team for? We already trash. I don't need you to come here. What type of motivation are you giving my niggas on my team? That's it.
Talk that
this
shit.
narrative on Twitter about, oh, Melo, this niggas is not signing him for a reason. These GMs ain't stupid. He has no need to be on the team. Dwayne Wade's still on the Miami Heat for a reason. The Knicks didn't even want to fucking keep you. If that's the case, you could have went back to Denver. Denver didn't want your ass.
We don't know if Denver want him now.
Denver don't want him.
We don't know that.
They a 2 seed right now in the West. They don't need him.
Shit. That shit ain't gonna last. But anyways.
How we feel about Kyrie apologizing to LeBron?
Hey man, you gotta, you know, sometimes you have instances of your journey where you see where you fucked up when you was young. It happens to all the greats.
I don't feel like he had to need to apologize for that shit, but I respect him for it.
I mean, he as a man, I can't tell him what to do, but he might feel like he might felt like that was just the real shit he had to do.
Yeah, that's why I said I respect.
Yeah, I
him
respect.
for
I
doing
respect
that.
it. I agree with you too. I don't feel like he.
I don't feel like he had to apologize for that
I don't
shit.
feel like he had to tell us he did it.
That's what I don't get. Why did he tell us?
Yeah, I feel like he. I feel like he didn't have to tell us he did it, but I'm not mad at him for doing it. I will say this though, since he's done that, that's opened a lot of conspiracy theories and you know
About him leaving? That
About
man's
him-
not leaving Boston, bro.
about him leaving and going to the
I
Lakers.
don't believe that. That
Like,
nigga's not going to no fucking Lakers.
So that's just dead. I don't have a problem with him apologizing to LeBron, man. I mean, like I said, I'm pretty sure LeBron was trying to put him on point about a lot of shit, and you know, Kyrie just, you know, he is who he is. He's wired differently.
He's an alpha, man. That's why I said.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
dog,
Like,
I don't feel like he.
a lot of alpha niggas don't.
They don't want to take
They
the
don't-
back seat
yeah,
to
they
a
don't
nigga,
wanna take
man.
the back seat
I don't
to
see
another
nothing
man.
wrong with
Like,
that, bro.
there's
And people
there's
talking about his
nothing wrong with that.
pride. It
Yeah.
ain't pride.
It ain't pride. That nigga, he sees himself who he is. Like,
Who has
especially-
LeBron James ever taken the back seat to?
Nobody.
Exactly.
Well, Ricky Davis tried to make that nigga take it back.
So now,
and
so
we'll see
now,
how
now,
that-
peep now. Let me
see
throw
how
this.
that-
Let me throw this nugget in here. This is why I felt like Kyrie didn't need to apologize. So when he went to Miami, right, Dwayne Wade was still in the prime of his career. He already had won a championship. Why is it that Dwayne Wade had to take a back seat to LeBron James?
Because he's the better player.
That's it.
Who had the championship experience
Who's the better player?
at that time?
Who's the better player?
LeBron James.
That's why he took the back seat. Nothing less, nothing more.
I still feel like Dwayne Wade was the guy. That should have been his team.
At that point, he's just a nigga who had been to the finals. I mean, that's no. And
Who
me
has-
saying that,
who had just been to a finals?
I'm not disrespecting Dwayne Wade, but at that point, he's just the nigga with the finals experience. He got the ring. He been there. Obviously, the shit ain't work because he ain't lead them niggas when they went to the 2011 finals. So that shit dead off top. At that point, that is LeBron's team.
Well, you got your nigga over here averaging 8 points, scoring 8 points at like 10 consecutive quarters. Like, my nigga, come on. He had a game where he only had 8 points.
Hey, let me ask you a
If
question.
you're supposed to be the better player.
Let me ask you a question. What player? I feel like Dirk Nowitzki is the only player who won a finals with no help.
I would say he didn't have help. I felt like that team was well constructed.
Superstar help.
There was no other
superstar.
superstar on that team.
Yeah.
Nah.
There was no other superstar on that team. Dirk Nowitzki is
He
the
don't get
only,
no credit for that.
He's
You
the
really
only player
can't
that did
think
that.
of. I can't think of any
Nobody.
team.
No, because it's not. It's not.
Yeah, Lakers run, Bulls run.
He don't
Celtics
get
run.
he don't get credit
Everybody
for that.
had multiple superstars. Yeah.
He don't get credit for that.
Yeah, you're
I spoke
right.
about that on Twitter
You're right.
plenty times. It gets all it is that LeBron choked. That's the narrative about that finals. It's not about Dirk Nowitzki beat 3 prime
LeBron
superstars in
did
their
choke
prime.
now. He did choke, but that shouldn't be the prime narrative. Dirk dominated the whole Western Conference. He punished Paul Gasol in that series. Niggas punished everybody in the West bracket. Came over to the finals and did his stuck thizzle. Shout out to Dirk Nowitzki.
I just feel like he had a solid team. That team waxed the Lakers. They swept the Lakers. They swept
Jason Terry was shooting out his mind. Tyson
But you
wasn't
could
young.
probably go back
Tyson
30
wasn't young,
years.
man.
You could probably go back 30 years for every team, and they probably
Yeah,
have
you
multiple
probably could.
superstars.
But like, I'm gonna tell you this though, your boy Kyrie, if that nigga don't get to the finals, then I will hold that same energy for him.
What, as far as what?
As far as not doing what he need to do as a leader.
Hey man, I feel like
Only if I see niggas really not contributing to the cause. But
I feel
outside
like,
of that, this is what he wanted. That's why I feel like he didn't have the need to apologize.
I feel like he understand that shit now. I feel like he understand. Like I said, man, niggas. I just feel like we going through some growing pains as far as like trying to mesh. Cause I remember Terry Rozier said some shit like last week. He was like, I don't think nobody on this team played with this much talent at one time. So it's like, we got to the ECF without Kyrie, without Gordon last year, and now
That experience factor played in Game 7, big time.
it did. It did because you got to think.
The score was low too.
The score was low.
I was like,
You
bro,
got
this
LeBron-
perfect.
You got
Yeah, it's perfect
LeBron.
for
LeBron is looking at y'all like, all right, it's y'all got to beat me.
And I said that. I said, bro, if this game is close, the Celtics gonna lose, man.
Like, yeah, we had to bury them to win that game.
Yeah.
So it's like, with all that being said, niggas, that was a learning experience as well. So it's like, I really feel like by the time we get the playoffs, granted, we don't make any change to the roster. I have been vocal about trading Gordon Hayward. I feel like we should. But I feel we should wait till summertime to trade him, honestly. Okay. But I feel like we'll be the shit come playoff time. Honestly.
I got y'all in Indy in the ECF.
I ain't hearing that. I ain't hearing that Raptors shit at all. That's my
It depends
opinion.
on how I'm interested to see how the seeding is because people keep throwing out certain matchups and it just depends on the bracket.
Yeah.
Because the one in the 8 would be with the 4 and the 5.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So, y'all in Toronto can end up playing in the second round easily.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So it really does. I had Indy and Boston in the ECF though, and Indy is a 3 seed right now, 3-4 seed. So and they ain't bullshit. Like at the end of the day, like that's why I say like you don't need a superstar loaded team. I don't think to be successful.
Sometimes you got good
because
coaching.
a lot of people don't know that Indiana is a real solid team. That's why I picked them to go to the ECF. All they know is Victor Oladipo, but they have some bonus. You see what I'm saying? They have what's the dude with the dreads?
They got Miles
Turner. Like they have guys, nice role playing guys.
They got a good
the shit can
role-playing
work.
team.
You don't need to load up a team to be successful. That's just my opinion. If you have a solid 1-2 superstars on the team, like I feel like shit can really get rolling, man. But shout out to Kyrie, man, for doing what he felt like was right. I just felt like he ain't had to put that shit out because not in there.
I wouldn't put that out there. He's still the best point guard in the league to me. We're gonna see that for sure next week when we play the Warriors prime time, 8:30.
Real talk.
Father son time. It's gonna be Kyrie and KJ on the court. KJ and Steph Curry. What's up?
Who's the MVP?
I mean, we got to give it to Harden at this point. I'm not gonna argue it. It's Harden.
Ja Rule said he's gonna tell his truth soon, so he got receipts.
Okay, that's cool. Well, That's fine, my nigga. Like, go ahead, do some other shit. You won't be getting headline for no other festivals coming forward. Your reputation is dead on that anyway.
Ja Rule's on the Legends of the 2000s tour right now.
Yeah, so
At a bar and grill.
Right. Yeah, so you can get that shit out of here. So you getting on anything else before we get up out of here, man? You shouting out anybody?
Shout out to the Patriots. We got an important game in a few hours.
My heart says Patriots and Rams for the Super Bowl.
That's what
But my
heart
gut
says
says Chiefs and Saints for the Super Bowl, and I don't want that. I feel like some bullshit gonna happen in that Superdome with the voodoo vibe and all type of bullshit. I would love nothing more than to see Marcus Peters just give it to Sean Payton, man.
Marcus Peters, he's seething for that moment.
Oh yes, sir. It's gumbo week, like he said.
Like
I love when the reporter was asking him, like, how do you feel about your play this season?
And
he was
gumbo,
like,
nigga.
I feel like
that moment.
He was like, I feel like we ain't done. But Marcus individually, I feel like we ain't done. Marcus. It was like, no, what you want me to say, bro? Like,
he's been playing horrible.
Like this man only care about his team. He don't care about his individual play. All he care about is his team. I respect that shit, man. He ain't been really playing that bad. I only seen him play one bad game this year.
You kidding me?
No bullshit. He's played one bad game
Hold
this
up,
year.
man. He kind of been getting ate up on
Yeah,
that Cowboys
nigga-
game, bro.
Nah, that wasn't him.
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
On that play with Amari Cooper?
Amari
No.
been kind of handling that nigga that game, bro.
No,
did
the
it.
Amari Cooper, that ain't been him. But he been
wasn't
leaving his zones. He been running all
That was
over
on
the
one
field.
touchdown. That's one play. I seen Stephon Gilmore give up a touchdown. Did he have a bad game against the Chargers? He blown his
Nah.
coverage.
No, I know.
Okay, so Marcus Peters blew his coverage. You see what I'm talking about? This is what I'm talking about.
I done seen a few bad games from Marcus Peters this year.
He's still one of the top 5 corners. And I got my 5 easy. So
Yeah, I ain't shitting on Peters now. At the same time, like,
he's not a top 5 corner.
no, when you
No, I'm
top-
asking.
when
Is
you
he
say
not a
he in
top 5 corner?
I agree with your top 5.
Okay.
And Peters is in your top 5.
He got 8 up against Michael Thomas. 8 up. He owned that. But I seen that nigga get busy too now. I don't get
Is
it.
Akeem-
It's hard to
is
find
Akeem
corners.
playing?
Yeah, he's playing.
All right,
He's the better corner. He's the best corner in NFL, in my
I need
opinion.
him to shake that CTE and the concussion off. And get on the
Yeah,
field.
he'll be good.
I'm going to text you 5 better ones today.
Okay,
I
that's
gotta
cool.
think about it. I'm
We
going
can
to
do
hit
that.
you up.
I'm interested to see that.
Yeah.
So who we shouting out this week, man?
Shout out to Greg Hardy because I didn't know he was a UFC fighter.
Yeah,
since
and he
two-
was undefeated
since
until last
26
night. He got
Well,
disqualified.
Hold on. No, I'm not shout out to Greg Hardy for any other thing than being in UFC. Let me make.
Yeah, Mo texted me that last night. He was like, "Bro, I didn't know this
I
nigga
did
was
not
a
know
UFC
he was a
fighter."
UFC fighter, bro. Like I did not know. I did not know that shit, bro.
Yeah, man. Since about 2015-16, after he stopped playing for the Cowboys, they didn't re-sign him.
He looked like he should have been doing that shit for a long time.
Dog
If
is a
he's
beast.
boxing.
Remember when he went on that media rant when he was with us, when he was balling, he was like, LeBron can't beat me one-on-one? You remember that shit? When he was on First Take saying that shit?
A lot of niggas will probably like piece up these NBA superstars. You gotta think.
No, he's talking about basketball.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, have you ever played ball with like? Have you ever played?
I haven't seen Greg Hardy play
with
basketball.
football players.
Some of them is trash.
I know a lot of them niggas play very physical, dog. A
Yeah,
lot
they
of
do.
them, a lot of them play very physical, bro. Like they take the defensive aspect of basketball to a completely different.
I
like,
can understand it because when me and Carlos Dunlap was in camp, like that nigga was very aggressive.
defensively.
And he was of course he was the biggest nigga in the camp too. So like, yeah, he would get busy.
Listen, football niggas that play basketball. I do not want no smoke with them on the defense.
I
That's
seen
Dash.
Khalil Mack
Dash.
in the Bulls jersey, like putting up some shots. That nigga form is
That's what I'm
crazy,
saying.
bro.
But imagine Khalil Mack as a power forward, bro. That's Charles Oakley in prime mode, bro.
That's
Them niggas
crazy,
don't
man.
stop running either. That's
Like
Dash.
imagine getting chop blocked by Khalil Mack, bro.
This shit is crazy.
Like you
man.
going up for a layup, that nigga just smack the shit out of you, bro.
Niggas ain't shooting free throws.
You're not
after
even
that.
shooting your free throws.
Yeah, this shit is crazy, man. But yeah, hopefully I get the Super Bowl that I want to see.
Hey man, we get the
Brady's
Super
still a
Bowl.
GOAT, regardless of what happens today.
Yeah, that's. We say this every year. Let's be completely crystal clear on this shit. No matter what happens, My nigga was the GOAT like 6-7 years ago.
No, 10 years ago.
About 10. Let's be.
This the first time ever I'm going for y'all today. I'm actually rooting for Patriots.
Hey, I like our chances, man. We pretty much showed the
What
Chiefs.
Future say? That's big cap.
We
Big
can-
cap.
We showed them that we can beat them. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we own real.
But see,
estate
I don't
and
feel
they-
like y'all should get in the shootout in their house.
No, that's what I'm saying. We
Because y'all
kinda-
got in the shootout
we
at
was
y'all
home.
house.
So
Yeah.
we had that advantage at home. But you know what's crazy? This shit would have been a home game if we didn't lose that fucking that
Miami
Dolphins
game.
game. If Gronk could have clipped this nigga
Get
up,
the fuck out
You
of
should
here,
have had
dog.
took Devin McCourty off the fucking field for that play.
Grunk
But I get why he did it because he thought it was going to be a Hail
boy.
Mary.
Yeah, they I saw that picture the other day. They had Gronk like stretched out like this,
This shit is
trying
crazy,
to
man.
tackle this dude.
That nigga look dumb, boy.
Shit is wild
It
out
was
here.
idiotic. Other than that, man, I mean, shout out to, like I said earlier in the episodes, shout out to all the like future YouTube subscribers and viewers and commenters. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting.
Facts.
Shout out to,
We
shout
still
out to-
going, like I said, we still going to be on iTunes, still going to be on SoundCloud. You know, we just expanded, man. We taking this shit to another level, man. I got big visions for this podcast, man.
We got
big visions.
big dreams.
So yeah, man. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Work Media. Shout out to Drew for holding us down on the engineering aspect, you know.
Yeah,
Shout
man.
out to Coffee and Dutchess. Shout out to, Brunch Brothers coming back, bro.
Man, hopefully, man.
Okay, yeah.
What's
Shout
going
out
on,
to-
man?
We can never get niggas that want to come back. Like niggas, and then they get too drunk after brunch
I
and
feel
shit
you,
like
man.
that.
I feel you.
I feel like we gotta start doing a non-alcoholic version of brunch
Yeah, man.
Yeah, do that.
and have the alcohol here.
It's impossible, man.
Have the alcohol here, and then that'll be like the brunch cap.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. That's probably something we have
So
to
you
do.
gotta ban niggas from
That's
ordering
probably something
carafes.
you have to do.
The
But-
carafes,
but
man.
then-
That's the carafes. that
Yeah,
do it.
but then like springtime coming is like a day party right after brunch, and we're like, damn, that's where shit fucked
them
up.
be lit.
Yeah,
That'd
facts.
be
Oh yeah,
lit.
shout out to Top Shotters Podcast too. Make sure y'all check them out too. So, hey man, what we say every week?
If you hear something on this show that gets you in your feelings or you feeling some type of way, always remember
We're just some
we're just the
messages.
messages. We out.